If you are looking for how to trade the Micro E-Mini S&P 500 futures on Robinhood, this is the video for you. We're going to dive into it. We're going to show you how it's done. We're going to explain all the things you need to know before you ever press buy or sell on a contract. And then we're going to do a live example where I'm going to put my money on the line and we're going to see if I make money or lose money in a trade that'll last between 10 seconds to maybe a minute. All right, so on the Robinhood homepage, you'll come to like your investing homepage and you might see something that looks like this. You might find, if you scroll around, you might find futures, because it is fairly new. You might find it somewhere on the trending lists, but if you're looking for the Micro E-Mini S&P contracts, go to the search bar, type in MES. Now, technically speaking, you could put a /, like the way that these contracts are like named, you'd go /MES, and now we are only going to look and see the Micro S&P 500 index futures popping up. The current contracts, I'm filming this in April, June 2025, and then September. June is the closer one, so we'll trade that one in today's example, and I'll explain a little bit more about the expirations in a second. But if you don't type in the / and you just go MES, you'll see a bunch of things popping up, and they'll have some stocks, they'll have some futures. You can still get there. Just understand, like, technically the way that it's named, it's /MES, and that's going to get you on the right track and clear some of the other stuff that is not futures related. So click on that. But I want to do first is now, this is the page. But what I want to do is I want to show you an example or show you the differences between this and the E-Mini S&P. So not the micro, the E-Mini S&P. So if I jump over to the E-Mini S&P, okay, this is 10 times the size of the micro. So if you ever, hear people talking about, I traded, 1 E-Mini today or 2 E-Minis today. Now you have a sense, like now you're going to understand what that kind of means. So on the E-Mini, you need to have a margin requirement of $21,973, which means essentially $22,000 you'll need to have in your account in order for you to trade these contracts or buying power. The multiplier is 50, which means every $1 price movement. So here's the current price, 5,000. So $1 price movement is not a big move percentage-wise. Every $1 price movement moves your contract moves your P&L $50 up or down. Every tick, so think of a tick as like every cent on a stock. It's the smallest size move in price we could see. So 25 cents, meaning that this is always going to be in 25-cent increments. You're not going to see this thing trade at anything other than a 0, 25, 50, 75. That's it. Those are the only options after the decimal that you're going to see. Now, obviously, the numbers to the left of the decimal can change in increments of 1, but 25 on the decimal side. Tick value 12.50, meaning that every 25 cents, so every tick, every 25 cents that this contract moves, the P&L, your P&L will move $12.50. Okay? Trading hours here, 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. This, by the way, also takes into account Sunday. So markets open at 6 p.m. Sunday night. They'll then trade until 5 p.m. Monday, have a 1-hour break, then open back up at 6 p.m. Monday, and do the exact same thing until we hit 5 p.m. Friday. And then we have a break until Sunday at 6 p.m. Settlement type is cash, and the last day to trade is June 20th. So this is all you have to worry about. When you're on this page, the last day to trade is June 20th, 2025, meaning you cannot hold a contract, this contract, beyond that. You can still trade it, but just make sure that by the end of the day there, you are not holding this contract, okay? And I believe Robinhood has stops in place to make sure that they'll take care of that for you, or they'll alert you of that. But that's what you need to be aware of. So that is the E-Mini. The micro S&P, if we dive into this, I'll quickly go through it, really is 1/10. All those numbers are 1/10 now. So your requirement in terms of trading this contract is $2,197. The multiplier, every $1 move in the micro, is a $5 P&L swing. The tick size is the same, and the tick value is now $1.25 for every tick, every 25-cent move in the futures contract. Our P&L is going to move $1.25. Hours the same. Settlement type is cash. Last day to trade is the 20th. Good. Cool. So for example, when I click on buy and I go market order +1, it's going to show me the buying power effect this is going to cause in my account. And if I open this up, it'll also tell me the amount of fees. So 87 cents in commissions and fees, but that breaks down into a 50-cent commission total plus a 37-cent regulatory and exchange fee. And on top of that, I'm saving 25 cents with Robinhood Gold. So if you have Robinhood Gold, you honestly, like, this could save you, like, it's $5 a month. So if you trade a lot of futures, like, this could save you actually some money, and maybe it becomes worth it just in that regard only. If I bump it up to 2, it's going to take away $4,397 of my buying power. Now, again, if you're on a margin account, could be different. If you're on a cash account, make sure you have the cash. You'll have to cover the cash. If you're on a margin account, then technically speaking, you might have this much money in cash, but you might actually have more buying power because you have margin to cover you for larger position size. Just something to be aware of, depending upon the account type on Robinhood. But this is an easy way to kind of bump the numbers up. It'll show you how much money essentially of buying power or margin you're required. And then if you have that, you're good to go. If you don't, you can't. So I'm going to go to one contract just to make it simple. And I'm going to click on sell. So if I go to one contract, sell, review the order, it's now going to show me, okay, I'm looking to execute one contract right now. Click on sell, enter, we're in, placed, it's complete. Now it's going to show me my P&L at the bottom of the screen. It's going to oscillate, and it's going to move, like we were saying before, at 125 per tick. So it's bouncing around, every tick, every 25 cents, my P&L is going to change by $1.25. See how fast now we're up $22? If I go back now, because I have a sell, I have a -1 position. I want to buy back in. I'm just going to go buy back at a market order. I don't really care. Click on review order. I didn't enter a number greater than 0. Dismiss that. Go into add 1, meaning I'm now going to buy 1 back. Review, buy. I think we just made $40. Now I can scroll down to my history and see my realized profit of $38.75. Kind of quick. I usually don't get lucky like this where I'm able to make $40. Like, hey, for about a minute trade, it's not bad. I usually end up losing on these. So maybe I'm getting back on a positive streak with some of these trades, with these examples. But in a nutshell, that's how it goes. So click on done. And if I go into my history right here, it tells me my commissions, my fill price, the time, the exact time and date, and the realized profit after I lock one in. That, in a nutshell, is how you trade the Micro E-Mini S&P 500 futures on Robinhood. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I will leave a video up on the screen now that goes over the Robinhood order types if you want to learn about all of those in more detail, when they can be used, and how they work. That is for you. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.